Hi guys, I'm Luke from the Launceston. Today we are just running a mini series from Active Launceston, just a mini session due to, obviously the circumstances we're in. Basically we've set up a few games here for you guys to try out at home with your family and friends if you can, if you've got them there. Obviously don't invite any over, just whoever's there. Basically just to keep you guys entertained. You might have seen us around before at Ravenswood up at the skate park there when we run proper sessions there before. But we're stuck here for now to do this, so hopefully we can show you what we've got. So the first thing we want to try to do is, well, hopefully grab stuff that we've got around the home. So things like, cups, or I don't know, if you're lucky you might have balloons or clothes, things like that, and make them into fun things. So the first activity I wanted to show you was a thing we call Challenge Bomb. I've got them written down so I can remember. But basically how that works is, someone else might know it as something else, but we're going to go for the kids mainly. And basically what we've done is we've got a ping pong ball and some cups, and I've got two setups. I'm on my own for this one, obviously for certain reasons as to quarantine and yada yada. It is mainly a two-player game, so keep that in mind. The idea of it is, if you can see closely here, we've got written messages on each cup, so I don't know if you can really see that. I'll make it so you can see. It's probably mirrored actually because of the recording, but basically it says here, run high knees until the next cup. So basically the rules are, set them up so you've got roughly 6 each team. You'll have a table. It's a bit short for me, so I'm going to go on my knees. But basically going to try and aim the ball into the cups. I missed, awesome, doesn't matter. And then the next person's turn. If they get it in, they have to do that challenge, whatever's written down on the cup. So that's the idea behind that. Gets a bit fun. You can come up with your own silly challenges. We've got silly things like, I don't know, I think there's a chicken dance. There's 5 full twists, so jumping and a spin. You get pretty dizzy, gets pretty full on. It's quite active, and you can do it inside. So that's the idea behind that. So that's challenge one. Hopefully you guys can get onto that and, let us know how you go in the comments, I guess. Another one, including cups while we're at it, is the cup stacker. You might have heard of this before. Basically, I've got 30 cups in a stack, and one of them coloured differently. That's important. You need that to happen, so I've got pink tape wrapped around mine. Basically, the idea is you need a timer. I've got one handy, fortunately. And basically, the idea of that is to try and get the coloured cup back to where it started by stacking them one at a time. That's important. That's a rule. One at a time before the timer runs out. So I've got 30 seconds with 30 cups. Let's see how I go. It's basically try to get that done. So 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's working. Oh god. Right. And basically, it's a speed thing. Apparently, it's not easy once you've cleaned your hands. They're quite sticky. But anyway, we'll go for it. Only one at a time, guys. I'm trying my best not to cheat. It's not easy. 12 seconds left. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But I'm giving it a go. Oh my. That's 3 cups. You didn't see that happen. 2 seconds, and I came about a third of the way. So my alarm's just gone off. That didn't happen for me. But anyway, that's a good challenge. Yeah, let me know how you guys go with that one too. Comment everything. If you can show us what you've done or how you think of these activities, please do. Alright, stop that before it goes off again. Cool. So now we've done all the cups. That isn't needed so much now. I'm going to show you another game. This one is more of a 2-player game. So basically, if you guys have got placemats or I don't know, old clothing or something, a towel or 2, you will need that. And basically, it's a 2-player race, so to speak. So basically, we've got 2 dots here that we use here. That's just easier. And the idea of the game is to try and get from one point to the other. I'm going to use between the couches and around the tables. Try and get around there without touching the floor, just using the placemats. So basically, putting one down there, and when someone says go, I guess you can verse your brother or sister or whoever's in your home. It's a race. No physical contact. It's not a pushing around game, so just be careful of that. So just basically put one down. Try not to slide. You have to pick up and place. You're not allowed to slide them. You've got to try and get yourself across, pretending they're like lily pads on a pond for a frog, I guess, which isn't easy. And this may take a while, but you get the idea. Getting all the way around the spot. It's a race. It's a one-on-one. Can get quite fun. Rules behind that, basically, you can't touch the floor. If you do, you start again. That counts hands or knees or anything. If you fall over, you start again. And yeah, that can get quite entertaining the more people who play. So 2 or more players definitely. Give that a crack. It's quite fun. Another thing, juggling. You could use anything in the house if you're allowed to. Folks who are really in charge of that rule. I've chosen socks. Can't break much with that. Clean ones, because I don't want smelly socks. Basically, the idea is to know how to juggle, learn how to juggle first, I guess. And I've got a few tips for that, but really I'm no expert myself. But the first step basically is to start with just 2. Don't go 3 first up, you look a bit doofus. But basically the idea is to toss one up in the air, and as it drops, throw the next one so you can catch it. So I guess the best way to explain that, once it comes close to your hand, toss the other one, and then you should be able to catch it with the other hand. And that's the first step to juggling, in my opinion. Once you can do that, it's basically a repetitive step of the first one, so just like that. So basically, it's the same thing, but once you've caught that first sock, it's the same with the second hand again. So you're just repeating that step over and over. If you guys have got other ways to juggle, give it a crack, but basically another idea on, something you can do while you're stuck at home. You can try 2 with one hand with the same rule, but just using one. It's up to you. Give it a crack. There's different ways around it. Cool. Another thing you can do, I might give you 2 more games, see if you can do it. Clothing race. This one's a lot of fun. This one's a bit silly. If you guys have a lot of spare clothes sitting around at home, I don't know if you have, a bunch of laundry that needed doing, got washed, but you can't be bothered putting it away. Heck, let's make a game out of it. I mean, what else are we going to do at this sort of time? Basically, I've got a stack of 10 clothes in a basket here. 2-player game or more. It's a lot funner that way. So obviously more clothes. Sorry, folks. Sorry for those doing the washing, but anyway, it's a bit of fun, it's worth it. The idea is, basically, it's a race between 2 or more people to put as many bits of clothing on as you can. You can set a timer, or you can have a certain amount. I've got 10 bits of clothes, and basically the idea is to try and put on as many as you can, as quick as you can. Whoever finishes all the clothes first is the winner. So, basically you go 3, 2, 1, go, and you just shove on as quick as you can. We've just got bibs today, because I haven't got clothing at my workplace, but anyway, it's cool. And got to go as fast as you can. Aiming to look as much like a Michelin man as possible. Who doesn't love Michelin man? It doesn't matter if they're on properly, just get them on. That's half the fun. Fun colours, fun stuff, doesn't matter. Just give it a razz. Oh, exhausting game too. If you want to get the kids tired quick, good game. You get the idea. That's half of them done. I'm stuffed already. I'm not fit. So, maybe you guys can do better than I can. Give it a go. Alright? But you get the plan. You get the idea. That's another idea. Have a basket handy. That's handy to stop the mess from going everywhere. It gets pretty chaotic, that game. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So make sure there's more than one person with that one. And obviously, I'm not sure if you guys have been keeping an eye on the internet much. I'm sure you have been with all this time we've got. But pretty much toilet paper is all the rage. So I thought I might include that into the video. I'm not going to use it for anything other than playing a game. So don't think too much. But basically, this is... for me, a soccer ball. I'm going to try and keep this off the ground with my feet and basically everything but my hands. That's a bit of fun. Try to see if you can get a record, do some tricks. It's up to you. See if you can juggle it in the air as long as you can without breaking stuff. Let us know your records on our comments below. We want to hear what you can do. If you've got recordings, chuck them up there. We want to see it. But just a different way to use a toilet paper roll. Another thing, if you have more than one of you, obviously you can keep it up together. Or turn yourself into a ring and start trying to shoot. Basically, if you get it in, step back and stop, and go again. Don't hit each other in the face too much. It's funny, but yeah, just keep in mind the inner bit's hard. But yeah, that's another game you can do. Maybe one more, a basic one. If you've got spare paper sitting around, paper airplane design or contests. See if you can throw it the furthest, or into a bucket. It's different things. Just use your imagination. Just another thing you can try. Hopefully that's given you guys a few ideas on what you can do around home other than just sitting around playing on your iPads or whatnot, and get a bit active so that we can be ready to go again when we're back. Thanks for having me, guys. This has been Luke Keddy from the YMCA Launceston, and we'll see you next time.